My role as an academic librarian is to help you with your research skills. Today, we are going to delve into how to conduct academic research for your assignment. Sometimes beginning the research process can be a challenge, but there are some solutions you can begin with. You could start with reference resources, such as encyclopedias and dictionaries. Although you cannot use them to count as one of your sources, because they are not considered scholarly, you can use them to provide background information for your topic. You can also use the information in them to help make your final decision in selecting a topic for your research. Resource guides provide resources for when you begin to conduct research within the subject area you are researching. And lastly, you can contact a librarian. We can help you through the research process and guide you through creating citations. Resources come in different types and different formats and can consist of books, articles, and websites. Books can be considered scholarly or non-scholarly. One of the ways to tell if a book is scholarly is by looking into who published the book. A lot of university press publishers, such as Oxford University Press, are considered scholarly because they have gone through a rigorous publishing process and have been extensively reviewed. Articles can also be scholarly or non-scholarly. Non-scholarly articles are more meant to inform or entertain the public. Think of magazines and newspaper articles. Their language will be informal, and you will often find advertisements in the middle of the pages. Scholarly articles are meant for professors, students, and researchers within the field. They will be plain, with charts, tables, and graphs. Their purpose is to present research findings. Scholarly articles are what your professors will mainly want you to use as your sources in college. Websites are not usually scholarly. However, websites can inform you about public opinions and public information for your topic. Resources can be classified by popular and scholarly types of sources. Popular sources are more meant to entertain or inform the public on a topic or issue. They will have glossy photos, colorful pictures, and even advertisements in between the articles. The language is meant for anyone to be able to read and understand, and therefore meant for the general public. You do not usually find citations. If there are citations, they will be informal, such as according to the Surgeon General. An example of a popular source is the magazine Psychology Today. Scholarly sources are mainly what your professors want you to use for your college-level research assignments. Their purpose is to present research findings. Their format is more plain with charts, tables, and graphs. The language can be formal, and even the vocabulary can be specific to the field. Therefore, the audience is meant for professionals within the field and professors and students. You will always find citations, and they should be in the correct format. An example of a scholarly source is the American Journal of Medical Biotechnology. Next, we will look at primary versus secondary sources. Primary sources are first-hand accounts, original data, and original research. Some of the examples of primary sources are autobiographies, letters, diaries, photographs, and original research. Secondary sources take the primary sources and they describe, summarize, analyze, or evaluate the primary source. Some examples are biographies, magazine articles, critical analysis, and literary criticisms. As a researcher, you are going to need to begin developing search strategies. This is a 3-step approach you can take. You can start by identifying keywords you are going to use to search in the databases. Then you will brainstorm synonyms or terms of similar concepts. Then you will select the best terms and combine them with Boolean logic. If you type a long sentence into the search box in a database, it will pull each word out of your sentence and can give you many unrelated articles. Instead, you need to use keywords. Keywords are single words and phrases. Think of them as important words that stand out to you. The who, what, when, where, and why for your topic. You can gather keywords from reference resources, such as encyclopedias and dictionaries. You can also gather keywords from subject terms from journal articles. Subject terms offer controlled vocabulary that is friendly to the database. As we start generating a list of keywords, we will need to combine them with Boolean logic. Databases use Boolean operators to help you expand or narrow your search. This will help you have more control over your search. You use Boolean operators when you have 2 or more keywords you want to use in your search. You will often see Boolean operators in uppercase letters because many databases read them in uppercase letters. The Boolean operator AND will narrow your search. You're telling the database you want to see both of those words in your search. In this case, we want to see stress management and coping. So each article the database shows us will have stress management and coping somewhere in the article. The Boolean operator OR expands your search. You are telling the database to use either one of the words you have entered. In this case, we are okay with the database to pull up results for either anxiety or panic. OR is best used with synonyms or similar terms. The Boolean operator NOT narrows your search. You are telling the database to eliminate a certain word from the database search results. This might be because the database keeps pulling up articles on a topic you are not interested in, or you might have enough information on that topic, but you do not want to see it in your search anymore. In this case, I wanted to eliminate post-traumatic stress from my search. The next slide shows you where you can find Boolean operators in the database. When you are in the database, you can click on the Advanced Search button. Advanced Search allows you to work with 2 or more keywords and combine them with Boolean operators. You will find a drop-down box with a selection of Boolean operators. It will automatically be set to AND because it is the most commonly used Boolean operator. In this advanced search, I am looking for information on stress management and anxiety or panic, not post-traumatic stress. There is some power searching you can use in the database to help give you effective results. For phrase searching, you can use quotation marks around the phrases. That will tell the database to keep those words together. Otherwise, the database can separate your phrase and give you unrelated results. In this case, I want to keep the phrase social anxiety together. So when I type it in the database, I will put quotation marks around the phrase so they are not separated. As you gather resources for research, you will need to find a way to organize them. You can create folders in your email and label them by class. You can then sign into your email and select the class folder to view the article. If you have a Gmail, then you have access to your G drive. In your G drive, you can create folders and upload the PDF of your article. You can create folders on your desktop and put the PDF of your article in the folder. The only downside is you can lose your articles if your desktop crashes. If you like to have physical articles in your hand, you can print the physical article and put it in folders. You can highlight and make notes on the article. The downside is you can lose the article, and some articles can be 20 to 30 pages long, so it will use a lot of paper and ink. But think of which method of organization would work best for you.